Hello, my beautiful friends. It is Lorie from Enchanted Dreams 71, and welcome to my craft room. I hope you are all happy, healthy, and blessed today. And thank you so much for coming over and spending some time with me. So today we are going to be making a one-sheet wonder from a 12 by 12, and it is a multi-pocket fold-out folio. That's a mouthful. And this is from Sandy at Septeria's Room, Septeria 18. I'm sure you all know who she is. If not, go and check her out. And if I don't forget, I will link her YouTube channel in the description box below. I've been trying to get to this for days. So I wrote down the instructions. Not sure how helpful that's going to be. But I did sit down this morning and make a prototype. So the prototype does look funny because you really need to use a double-sided 12 by 12. But in my prototype, because it's just going in my idea journal, is just from a one-sided. Now, I know I have double-sided Christmas scrapbook paper. Can't find it anywhere in this hot mess. So let's just go through what this is. So we have the little closure here. So we have a tab there. And it actually opens up, and right here, this is why you want to use double-sided. I got out some paper to cover it with, and I just decided, since it was going in my idea book, that I wouldn't worry about that. So it opens up that way, and then you open it up here, and you have a pocket here, small pocket here, and a small pocket there. Turn that back, open it up. You have a side tuck here. Here, I didn't Velcro this down, but you can Velcro that down. It's a little envelope. Got a couple of little goodies in there. And then you turn this over, and you have a little pocket here. And then you have a pocket here. So, that is how it goes. You can even go and put a pocket on the back. And these are so cute, guys. I'm thinking about maybe making some of these for my journaling friends here on YouTube. May not be in Christmas because, you know, I couldn't find my Christmas paper. However, let me try to get this folded back up. And I didn't put, see, the hands are not wanting to work. I did not put an eyelet in there. I was just, you know, I would probably suggest you did. But anyway, yeah, crooked bow. But this is our prototype. So, it's just a prototype. So we'll sit it over there. We're going to get started. Okay. So this is not going to be Christmas, which is what I was wanting to do, of course, because I can't find my paper pad, and I'm not going to go buy any more scrapbook paper. I don't think. I may, but I don't know. So I'm just going to use this. I found this one that's double-sided, and it's not too awful thick. I don't think you want one that's too thick. As you can see, I did have some spots where I was a bit heavy-handed on this one with the scoring, and it kind of busted open, but that was me and my heavy hand. But this is called Antiques, a 49-sheet collection pad, 12 by 12, and this is from Donna Salazar Designs, so don't ask me where I got it. GCD Studios. Yeah, I have absolutely no idea. But I thought we would find something in here that's, it can be directional on one side, but I'd rather it not be on the other side. I don't want to go too grungy either. Let's see, if we did that and we cut it, those would kind of be folded up into your pocket, so you wouldn't really see it. Okay, let's figure this out. Hello, figure it out. Am I going through the same ones? I think maybe I am. Going through the same ones. Okay. Let's get it in gear, Lorie. And let's just pick something. That's a little bit too dark. That one's pretty. Okay, let's use this one. Oh, no. I don't think she really did any decorating to hers. But please, oh, Bella, I'm sorry, I scared her. I was going to put that paper pad in the floor and I scared her. So, we're starting out with a double-sided 12 by 12. So, double-sided 12 by 12, number one. Okay, number two, cut at 8.5. So, what you're going to end up with is a 12 by 8.5 cover. Look at directional to cut or use non-directional paper. So, we got to get the big girl out. So, here's the big girl. So this is directional, right? So we want to turn it this way. We want 8.5. And this way, we want to leave it 12. So I think I'm actually going to do it this way. No, scratch that. I'm going to do it this way. So if you're directional, you're cutting this way. Because this here is going to be your cover. So we're going to do this at 8.5. And this is not real thick either, so that's good. Okay, so you see we have these two pieces, right? Okay, so this is going to be our cover. That's our 8.5 by 11 now. Okay, so we have strip left cut at 1.25. Okay, so we're going to turn this way, and we're going to cut this at 1.25. Stay up there. Okay. So there's one, so I think this 3 right here is my quota. So that may be kind of hard to do on this one. Probably should have got out the other one. But I want to make sure it's straight. I don't think I quite got the other one straight. Okay, here goes nothing, right? Okay. So now that gives us two pieces, right? So the bigger piece, we're going to put it to the side for right now. And we're just going to work with the 1.25. Then cut at 5 3/4. So this, we're now going to cut it at 5 3/4. So I don't know, let's do it this way. 5 3. Oh, and I don't like this because this splits down the middle. So we will tuck her away and we will get out this one, and this we are going to cut the 1.25 at 5 3/4. So just decide which side you want. So I want this side, so we're going to go 5 3/4 because this one goes to 6. Ta-da, there's that. Okay, so the small, okay, so this is the bigger piece, so we're going to sit it over there. This is the small piece. Got words on it. Okay, so the small piece cut in a half about 3 inches, so you have two pieces. So this we're going to cut in half. Small piece cut in half. Is that right? Yes. Is that 3? Yeah, it's going to be a little more than 3. Because her paper was not 12 by 12. It was a little bit shorter. So this is actually going to end up being our 2 little pockets on the inside, I believe. Small piece left, cut in half about 3 inches, so you have 2 pieces. Okay, let's cut it. I'm sitting there trying to tear it when I know better. So that's about right there, I think. Yeah, okay, so there we go. So we have those 2 little pieces. Okay, put other large piece aside. We already did that. So we have the 2 pieces. Okay, next page. Folio cover. Okay, now it's time for the scoring. So now we will get the squirrely board out. And mine, as you can see, doesn't sit level. And this is Martha Stewart, so it's not like it's cheap, because this hump here is actually sticking up too far. So shame on you, Martha Stewart, for the price I had to pay for this thing. I got it years ago. Okay, so now we're going to score. So folio cover, the 8.5 by 11. Cover facing up. So this is my cover. Score at 3 1/4. So 3 1/4. And I'll try not to be so rough with my scoring. 7. 7, and 11. 11, okay? Almost got that, okay? So, your folio cover, which is your 8.5 by 12, cover facing up, we're going to score at 3 1/4, 7, and 11. Give you a moment to write that down, okay? So we have that scored. And then we're going to turn it to the right, which is this way, right? And we are going to score the bottom here at 2 inches all the way down. All the way down. Okay, so that's got the scoring on our cover done. Now, your 1.5 piece, the long one, so this is it. Remember, the other piece we cut in half and made 2 pieces. This is the piece that was left off of that. So this is our 1 1/4 piece, long one, score face up. So we'll just, maybe we'll face it up this way so it'll be different. Face up 1 inch thick. Okay, so we're going to do this one this way, right? Face up, long one, score, face up, 1 inch. Think, okay, whatever. Okay, 1 inch right there. So you see it just makes this little 1/4 inch piece right there, which we're going to need on the scoring. Okay, so that's done. Long wide piece, that is this one. Long wide piece, 12 inch side, score at 1.5 inches. So this is this one, and I want the majority of this showing. So it goes this way, again, face up, and we're going to score it at 1/2 inch. So here is our 1/2 inch. Okay, now for the envelope piece on the inside, we actually need another piece of scrapbook paper. So, I think that's all Christmas. Okay, Lorie, get it together. What are you going to do? We want a thicker piece. Give me just a second. And I don't want a Christmas. Okay, well, shucks. Let's just take this and figure out what we got in here. I wonder if this would be big enough. One of these. Oh, I bet they would. Okay, which one will look good with that? Okay, so let's take this piece out. These are like journaling cards, I think, in this paper pad. So we will take one of these out. And which one are we going to use? Because we're actually going to fold it in half. And I kind of do like this one. Yeah, let's do that one. Okay, I'm just going to do my scissors. I'll probably get in trouble here and it'll be all crooked. But we are just going to cut this and then we'll check it and make sure that it is long enough. And I think we actually may have to cut it down some. And this paper pad here feels a tad bit textured too. Kind of like it's a linen paper where you can fill the little lines in it and you can actually see them too. Okay, so we got that. So this is our extra piece. So we're using all of the elements from the 1 12 by 12, but then you're going to need another little piece. So we're just going to put that to the side. And when we get to that, that's what's going to make our little envelope. Get another piece of paper, cut at 3 inches by 5 3/4 long, scoring in half, long ways up. So we know this way, right? It needs to be 3. So let's grab our small cutter here. And I want to keep this. So we will cut it at 3, right? And the length, I'm thinking that's going to be good enough. We may not have to cut it. Okay. So we have this. And now it says to score in half. So half of 3 is 1.5. So we're going to score it here at 1.5. So that's our extra piece. All right. next page. Next page, next page, next page. Cut and folding. All right, cut and folding part. So we're done with that, I believe. So that will go down there. So cut at score line across the bottom. Cut out a V. Will be 2 cuts. Reduces bulk. Okay, so we're going to start with our cover, right? And if you can see it, where we scored, we have a score line there and a score line there, right? So this tiny piece here, we're going to cut it out. We just going to cut her right out. Guys, it's still so dark outside. It's like, what time is it? 8:49 a.m. on Monday. And so see, you just cut to the score line. And then I'm trying to be able to see it. I don't think I can see it any better back there. Let me use the big ones. And then we're going to cut straight up. Okay? Keep this, because this, guys, is actually going to be this. So that's going to be our closure there. And we'll pick a side. Pick a side, any side, okay? So we got that right. So that's the first thing you want to cut out. And then we have that 7-inch score line there. So that was the 11-inch score line. This is the 7-inch score line. And this was the, 3-inch score line. So we're going to cut these up to this 2-inch score line there. And what we want to do is cut it like a little V, it said. So I think I'm going to go ahead and like fold this so I can see those, right? Where's that 2-inch one at? Is right there. Now, she didn't do that part, but I need to so that I can see. So I'm going to go ahead and fold this back. Let's varnish it down. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. We'll varnish that. Hopefully it's straight. And then we'll go ahead and varnish this one, right? Okay, so this first one here, I'm folding mine. You can just cut it like that and then do you a little V. But for me, this is easier to just do my V like this. And again, you're just going to do a little tiny V up to that score line. And that's it. Because these are going to be our little pockets. And see, that V just keeps it from crashing into each other. Okay? So then we'll do this one the same way. Let's go ahead and give that a good score. Okay, so now we're going to do our little V here. My V may have been a little bit big on the other one, but it'll be okay. A little V there, right? Yeah, definitely bigger V there. Doesn't matter. You got your V's, right? Okay, so here we are. We've got our V's. Let's close up the scissors. We do not need any mishaps. So, the first thing we are going to do, I believe, let's see, far right pocket, fold up, bring large part over. Okay, so we've cut our V's, right? And we cut out our little slot. So this is going to go up. And then we're going to take this whole piece here, and we're going to fold it at that score line this way. And then this pocket is going to come up that way. And then this is going to go back this way. And then this pocket is going to come up that way. And then this piece is going to fold over, which is our flap. Okay. And I'll go back over that one more time. Of course, I'm sure you guys can get it a lot quicker than I can. Okay. So here's our sheet, right? We've cut it 8.5 by 12. We scored at 3, 7, and 11. Is that correct? I don't want to steer you wrong. 3 1/4, I'm sorry. 3 1/4, 7, and 11 is the scoring, right? And then 2 inches this way at the bottom. Then we cut out this little square, and then we did these on this score line and this score line, okay? So our first pocket goes up. This whole thing goes over. This pocket goes up. This goes back over. This goes up. And there's our closure. So that's it in a nutshell, guys. Really fun. So now, if you want to ink, now would be the time to ink. Excuse me. And I think I'm going to do that. I got red and green out for Christmas. Okay. We're inking, right? Yep, we said we were inking. Okay. So, before we do that, I believe she... Oh, look, that's crashing. Let's fix that. That is so crashing right there. So, let's take a little sliver out there. Yeah, you want to make sure that's not crashing. Okay, so what she did, I believe, was like this inside corner. She rounded it. But I'm thinking that I actually want to do them all. So, before you ink, if you want to round your corners on your little pockets, you could go ahead and do that. Oop, that one didn't get in there correctly. But still not in there correctly. I don't know why I don't have sense enough to use this little rounder. Here we go. And then this one. And then this one. Nope. That didn't touch a darn thing, did it? There we go. Okay. So, let me get these little pieces up. Because, guys, believe it or not, I did straighten up a little bit, organize a little bit, and got a bunch of stuff, like, out of here. Because it was... seriously becoming overwhelming. Okay, that's how it's going to go. Okay, so now I just rounded the tops of these. So, now we want to ink, since I've got the rounding done. And in these pockets, if you want to, let's go a little rogue from my prototype, you can put a little bitty sub notch. So, let's do that. How about that? Which you don't have to. She didn't, but I just thought about that. So I thought that would be cute. Okay, so now we are just going to go around and lightly ink a little bit. Like I said, if you don't want to ink, you don't have to. I believe she did that too, so let's do that. If she didn't, we're going to. Whichever, because you could do it like ever how you want to. And I think I want to do this one too, if it'll go in there. Oh no, I don't think it will. But let's try this way. Okay, why are you not going in there right? Yeah, that still looks kind of weird. Yeah, it's certainly not doing anything. Okay. Well, that's alright. Let's just... There we go. Cleaned up enough. Whatever. Okay. So, we will... Let's put a little bit of ink. Not going crazy or anything, just to give it a little something, something. Oh, this needs to be on this side. So that pocket goes up that way. This one I think does too. I don't know. I think I got confused. Okay. This pocket goes up, so this side needs to be inked. Oh, come on, get a grip, Lorie, get a grip. I hope you're all doing well today. So, it started raining yesterday evening, and it has been raining all night nonstop. So, a very, very dreary day. Okay, up, fold, up. Okay, that is inked. Over and up, and that is inked. And then this way. So, let's go ahead and just... ink around this a little bit. Like I said, you don't have to do the inking. And I mean, these would be beautiful in Christmas paper, but like I said, couldn't find my paper pack, and I don't know that I want to make the trip to Athens just to Michael's for a paper pack. you know. Because as soon as I do, you know I'll find mine, right? Okay, let's try to get that back off. There we go. And I'm sure this is a very confusing video, so I do encourage you to go over and watch Cindy's video. So now what we're going to do, now she just glued like the one side is what she did. One side of that one, and then the outer side of this one, and then the same thing for that one. However, make sure that's not, I had glued mine all the way down. Because see how it kind of sticks up? That's irritating to me. So you do whichever you want. You could do just the one side or you could do both sides. We are going to do both sides. So let's get our little glue out here. Got a glue booger there. Yep, that we got it. We got the glue booger. Okay, so we'll do. And I'm hoping I'm remembering this correctly because I just stopped paying attention to my notes. Okay, score, cut, and fold, bring up the bottom, pocket up, bring left, da-da-da-da. Okay, that's the end of it, yeah. So this is right side, remove and cut out, cut and score across the bottom, cut to V, far right, pocket folds up, bring bottom, cut up, pocket, bring left side over to left. Okay, da-da-da-da-da. Okay, so the rest of it, I didn't even write it down, so let's look at my cute little notepad. This is going to end up being a journal card. I can see it already. Okay, so we got that one up. So now we're going to get this little pocket up, right? I just got glue on that, and I just cleaned it. Of course I did. Okay, so there's that little pocket. But I have a wet one where I've already cleaned this off. That's what I love about these. These are like cork placemats. Supposed to be for your kitchen. I got them off of Amazon quite a while back. We'll turn this over and do this little pocket here. Okay, now we got her up. Cool beanie weenies. Okay. So we have those. Okay, now, remember these two little pieces here. These are going to be those little pockets that I had over here, right? So, I do want to, you know, round the corners if I have sense enough to use this thing and get it in there correctly. That one worked. Cool. Okay, so that one will go there. And then this one will go up top. Yeah, see, it's a little bit of that scoring piece right there. So we're just going to cut that little bitty tiny piece off. Okay, so that one will go there, and this one will go here. Can kind of center-ish it. Okay, got it. So now we are going to distress these little babies. Just taking care of that white pretty much around the edge there. I think I want this one up top. But yeah, it's been raining all night. I think it's actually still sprinkling, and it's still, the wind's blowing, guys, and the highs today is only like, it's either 52 or 54. I just saw it, and it said, because I get a notification every day from the Weather Channel, and it was like, come here, piece of paper. It was like, yeah, either 52 or 54. I do have to go out today, but it's just a very short trip. Alright, so these are going to be, and again on this, she just glued it here and here so that this was open. I think, once again, I'm going to go ahead and just glue them all the way down. So we'll take this one, and we'll put glue here, here, and then across the bottom. Oops, okay. And you want to make sure it's not so close that it crashes in. I'm going to try to get it kind of even on both sides. I think I got it. Looks pretty good. And then this one will go this way. So we'll do the same thing. will do. And you can have these pockets like as close together or far away as you want. Just keep in mind, if you put it too close to the top, you may not get anything in there that's not going to stick out the top of it. So we'll go down to about, I'm going to say here with this pocket. Cute. Pocket, pocket. Pocket. We're full of pockets. Oh my goodness. Some of us can be full of something else. I'm sorry. It just, you know, it was right there. It had to come out. Okay. So we got all of our pockets glued down, right? And then we got our little pockets here. So the way this folds is like this, right? So you open this up and you got pocket, pocket. And then this way you got pocket, pocket. That's our closure. And on the back we have nothing. You can put something over here. I'm actually thinking about a belly band. So, you know, I'm thinking. So that's the back when it's all the way out, and this is the front. So in between these two pockets right here is where these come into play. Right? So remember that little 1 1/4 piece that we scored? We are going to bring over that score, right? Is that even? Certainly doesn't look even. Anyway, yep, we're going to bring that piece over and give it a good score. Okay, and on this little piece, we are going to go ahead and round this. Yep, and we are going to do some, because this is going to be our little side tucky thingy, right? And this side you're not going to see. Yes, because we are going to glue that here just to the left of this. You don't want it crashing, so make sure it's far enough away where it doesn't do that. Now, this little piece here, we do want to just snip that and snip that, right? Okay, so now that is where this little piece, okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, remember our long piece that we scored at, whatever it was we scored it at, was it 1/2 inch? We're going to bring that to the inside, and then we're going to take, let's score this down. Or not score it down, squish it down. Squishy, squishy, squishy. Let's get that out of the way. Okay, this long piece. We scored it here. We're going to bring that in, and then we are just going to fold it in half, matching that up, or trying to, right? So this is what you have. One side and the other side. So, going to squishy squish that down. And then we're going to put us some, whoops, it helps if you take the lid off, some glue on this little scored piece. And boom, boom, boom. Come on, fingers. And then we're just going to bring that over like that, right? Yep, yep. Okay. So this, you have to figure out, that's going to actually go this way. So this little piece here is going to go in here. Now, if it doesn't fit, and it so doesn't fit. Okay, so let's look at where we need to cut it out, because we'll just cut it down. It's no problemo. Okay, so I think I'll do it. Come on, Lorie. Come on, fingers. That's going to go in there. So let's just kind of turn it over and see about where we want to make that first cut at. So let's just go about here and see if that'll work. So let's, oh, where'd my teeny weeny go? Oh, I didn't put it back where it went. So now we're going to take this and we will simply cut it there at that little mark. Right? Okay. And then we're going to redo our redo our corner. Yep. And then we're going to snippy here. Okay, there we go. And then we'll give that a little something. I think it's this side that's going to be showing. Okay, so this is going to go here. You can have it high. You can put it about even. I think I want to try to get it like about even from the top or the bottom. Like this space and this space. Again, not crashing in. And then this is going to go, oh, come on, fingers. Hello. Hello. That is going to go in there, right? Yep, she fits. So that's going to go in there, which is what makes this flip, right? Yep, that goes in there like that. So now it is shorter, but that's okay. We can kind of measure and judge the distance from the top and the bottom. To go down a little bit more. Up a little bit more. And we could probably do this all day long. Because my hands are not steady. Steady. Okay, so that's going to be there. And this is going to be our little flip, right? And then this is what we're going to do to make our little envelope with. So, the first thing she did actually was she put this down and she glued it here, here, and here. And then placed it down because remember, this is going to be a little tuck spot. So, let's get that varnish down good so that we can see that. And then, what did I say? This is where we don't. Here, here, and here. Yep, that's what I said. Oh my goodness, I knew I said something. So we put glue there, glue down through here. My hand is really not steady at all. It's just jumping all over the place. Okay, again, you don't want it too close to there. But you want it close, right? I think that's going to be it right there. Yep, we're not crashing in. Okay, so now that's glued down. And you now have your little tuck spot there, right? Okay, so now on this, she actually put glue on the inside and the outside. So let's go ahead and do it on the inside first. And then stick some on the outside here. Right? And then we take this piece, every which way you want it. That's kind of standing up. And we are going to put that inside there. Like that. Right? So now we have our flap. So there's our flap, okay? Good, good, good. I love it. I really wanted to do Christmas, though, but I wanted you guys to see this, my take on this project. I'm pretty much doing it exactly like she did, Sandy did. I'm just gluing it a little bit different as far as, oh, my nose, I apologize. Okay, so now this is going to have to fit in here. So I can already see that we're going to have to take some of this off. So let's just do it at this mark here. Yep, and just see if that works. So we'll take that off about there. Just a little piece. And we'll keep that out. Okay, so remember we have it scored. So here is this. Oh yeah, this will be the flap. Okay, so this will be our flap. So this is going to go in here. Yay, it fit. Okay, so this is going to go in here, and you can bring it out as far as you want, because the only thing it's going to hit, just make sure it don't hit your little flap here. So you can decide how big you want your flap, how far over you want it to come. And I'm actually glad there's these little lines on here too, because that can help me out too. But just too, also, if you want to do Velcro, make sure it's down in there far enough for your Velcro dot, which I do have some here somewhere. So I think I'm going to try to make sure that mine is down in there far enough. Yeah, I think that'll be good for a Velcro dot. Yep. So there's that. So once we get it glued down, you're going to have that little envelope here. And we could have put a thumb notch there as well. And then when you turn it over, you're going to have that little pocket back here. So let me figure out where I wanted it again. Because again, I want to make sure I have enough room for a Velcro dot. That we have plenty. So let's go out some more. About there. That's enough room for a small dotty dot. So what I'm going to do is just make a little mark right there, and hopefully I can see it. I'm just doing that so I'll know where to put my glue. So now, let's see, it's this line right here. So now we just want to put some glue down through here. And then we'll just slide it in there. Come on, glue. Cooperate, cooperate. Okay. Now, lid back on the glue. Yep, that's the way I want it. So now we're going to open this up, hopefully, and get that in there before it sticks to about that line there. Oh, that looks crooked. Got it. Okay, and then we just squish that down. Oh no. I closed up my thing. Oh no. Oh no. Can we get it up? I'm a silly goose. I was only supposed to do the edges. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, okay. My goodness gracious. Oh, man. Okay. It's okay, guys. We can fix it. Okay. Goodness gracious. Can't believe I closed up my pocket. So, first thing we want to do, crisis averted, hopefully, is glue this back. That's supposed to be glued right there. Okay. Yep. Okay. Yep. Okay, so we're good in there. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, I want to make sure that that's good and dry. Oh, heavens. Okay. She also rounded these corners, so we could go ahead and round these corners. It's okay. We got it. We got it. So this is the corner that we want to round. And then that one. Okay. So, starting all over. This, when we put it in here, is only going to get glue on the sides because you want that to be an envelope, you silly, silly goose. Okay. And then that went to about there to that mark. Yep, I can hear the rain. And then that closes. And I think we still have enough room for our Velcro. So, let's try this again. So, you only want to put glue on the two edges, Lorie, because it's going to be an envelope. So, let's get that there and there. And I just put it down the whole thing, and I didn't mean to. About there. We could just get that glue off there. Okay, so now we have a pocket. Silly goosey. And I got a glue all over my fingers, so let's try to get some of that off. And I may not be able to find my Velcro dots to do that part today, but anyway, you guys know. Okay, so there's our envelope. Comes over this way, and you have a pocket back here. Yeah, kind of warped that up a bit, trying to do all that hot mess. Okay, so there's that, right? So there's your little envelope. Got a little tuck here, a pocket here. Turn this over, tuck spot there, pocket there. Fold that in, two little pockets there. Or this is how it folds. Okay, cool. So now we have, you could do a weld tail. You could do like anything that you want for your closure. But yeah, so she was, you know, using a whole 12 by 12. So this is what she used as the closure. And I think I'm going to go this way. And that poor baby looks crooked. Is she crooked? You could also use, yeah, like I said, the whole premise of this was to use a whole 12 by 12 plus one small piece. But you could use a, what am I trying to say? Spit it out. A label. Yeah, that thing. Let's see. I'm not sure if I got anything in here that I might want to use as a label for this. Or as a closure for this, I should say. And you want it kind of thick because we're going to be putting some kind of thread or string through it. See, you could even use something round. And you know what? I'm kind of liking that. That could go all the way to the edge. I'm thinking, probably going to hurt myself, but you do want it to also come out far enough. Oh, now that's cute too. I like that. Okay, I'm going all rogue over here. Sorry. We're going roguey. Let's see. There's Rachel's. I think those are on thinner paper, though. I would recommend cardstock. Okay, we have these. Now, these are cardstock. So, we could go with a square one. Kind of like that, too. Have a little bit more room. Okay, we're going to do that. So we have this little piece. We still can use it, or you can do whatever it is you want to with it. And take a sip of a drink, guys. It is so dark outside. I should have lit my candle. That's what I should have done. Okay, so we can use this as our closure and then pop us a hole in there. So, I think I'm going to round these two corners here. Yep. And then we're going to give it some distressing. I think I just opened that green. That closed back up. Oh my goodness. Really wished I didn't have anywhere to go today, but I do have an errand to run. Okay, so there's that. I have no idea where we are time-wise. Let me look. Oh, Lord, have mercy, 50 minutes. Jeez, Lorie. So we're not going to worry about filling the pockets today because I spent so long on this. So we're just going to give a little glue about there. I want it to about that little line there. It's about straightish. That's a problem. Get back off of there. Oh, you know what we could do? Nope, because it's bigger. But we can, hopefully, fairly quickly. Let's see, I have some scrapbook paper that I had pulled out that is like paper. This. So, let's just do this real quick. Let's just get some more glue on this because that glue is already drying. That may need to be filled. Maybe it's a problem. Get that down in that corner, right? Wind is kicking up out there. Rain is coming down. Okay, let me try to get it straight here. Just so we didn't have that stark weight on the other side. And then we can put it back in here. Got it. Got it, good. We have been saved. Okay, so now that's what you're going to see from the other side. Okay. And of course, I'm complaining this doesn't come out and I leave the lid off of it. So, now we'll put some glue here up to about there. And that's also now made that just a little bit thicker. Oh, no. Saw some white edges. Okay. Ooh. And then we'll put our closure about there. Okay, cool beans. Oh, goodness. Well, okay. So there it is, guys. Now all we have to do is Velcro dots. I don't think they're close, but let me look really quickly. Those are all hole reinforcers. Those are, oh, Velcro dots. Yep, I got them. I got a little bit of everything in that drawer. These have, of course, never been opened. Let's see how these work. How do they work? How do they work? Okay, so these two go together. So we'll just do that. Get that back in there. And then we'll take this one and I'm going to just put it on top of that one. And we can put it about here, somewhat middle-ish. And then stick that down. So there is our, oh, that's rubbing that glue off my hands. So now we have our closure there. Cool. Oh, awesome. Okay, so now we need to just do our closure here and we'll be good. And this is probably my first hour-long video ever. So I'm probably not going to put the eyelet in it because I don't think I have them close. I'll just throw something in it to tie it up, and then I will show you guys next time. So just put you a hole in there, and then you can put an eyelet or you cannot, whichever you want to do. Now, let's see if I could find my hot messness of some kind of string. I'm kind of thinking that I might want, yeah guys, I told you, a mess. Goodness. It's falling out everywhere. Oh, this was what I was thinking. Oh, but that's been pretty unraveled. Let's see what this is. Yeah, I'm going to use that. So, this is just what I keep over here for, you know, the just in cases. It's a big mess, I know. My little lady head is not big enough to contain it all. But, okay, we'll get that back over there. Excuse the arm. Excuse me. Okay. There's our little Christmas. Alright, so now we will just put this through here, leave us enough to tie us something, bring it around. You can wrap it more than once, so let's go ahead and just do that. Round it again, maybe get it up there, and then we just tie it. You can tie this to there, but I'm not just yet going to do anything like that because I don't have that eyelet in yet. And then tie you a bow. As long as the hands cooperate. There, and maybe there. Oh, voila. There we go, guys. One sheet wonder plus a little piece, right? That was super fun, and I know I'm going to be making more of those, so thank you so much, Sandy, for your idea and inspiration. And you can, of course, go back, and like I said, we hadn't filled it yet, but I'll show you once it's filled. But you can go back and, like, decorate those pockets. That was really why I was wanting to do a Christmas one, so I could fill it with all my little Christmas things. I'm trying to tidy up just a bit because I have another video I'm going to do after this one. Yeah, so there we go. Isn't that so cute? And again, you could put a belly band here and put something in there. Oh, super cute. Yep. So this idea, again, was from Sandy at Septeria 18, and it's called Septeria's Room as well. That's what's in her thing. So, yeah, and this is our one sheet wonder, plus a little piece, 12 by 12, multi-pocket fold-out folio. All right, thank you guys so much for joining me. Again, I apologize, it's such a long video. Again, probably my longest video ever, but luckily for me, my videos do download very, very quickly when I'm at work. So when I'm at home, I try to get as many videos as I can done at home, and then I just take it to work and upload them. All right, guys, thank you all so much for joining me. I really, really, really do appreciate your support. I'm going to move you guys on down just so you can see our little babies a little bit better. Aren't they pretty? Yeah, they're cute. Okay, I love you guys. Again, thank you for your support. Also want to thank you for prayers for Veronica. She is starting to do a bit better, and we appreciate you guys. All right, I love y'all, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.